Namaste. Today we will analyze a palm of a female who is 37 years old currently, and her problem is married life. She is into her second marriage that also is not working. First one resulted in a divorce in just 1 year. So when I read her palm, I asked her if there was a problem at around 25th year. So she said yes, she got divorced at the age of 25. But I had asked her if her marriage was at the age of 23, which she said no. She said 24. What I feel is that she must have probably got contact with that person at the age of 23, and then the marriage probably was formalized at 24. Hence there could have been an error in of 1 year. So it happens these days that relationships and marriage are intertwined. It's like they're very close, unlike before. So my prediction for 25th year turned out perfectly. Then I asked her if there was a life changing event between 34 and 35, to which she said yes, there was. She got married for the second time. However, I told her that from 35.5 her life will again become problematic. I mean, there will be a lot of problems in her life. That's exactly what she said. Yes, she is facing from last 2 years. So she's 37 now, 37 plus. So her marriage is not working out. The second marriage is not working out. So what are the prospects, etc., etc., she's asked. So what let's go into the chart first and then the palm, and that way we go deeper into this palm chart. This palm chart has been generated using Pushya Paksha Ayanamsha. I don't use Lahiri True. I use Pushya Paksha Ayanamsha, and I don't use true nodes. I use mean nodes, because what I've seen in my palm analysis, over 500 plus palms I've analyzed. So I've seen that Lahiri True, Ayanamsha simply doesn't work in almost more than 60% of the palms. So I had to do some shifting here and there. The reason why I use Pushya Paksha is that the Pushya Paksha actually the Ayanamsha gives me an idea about the Dasha sequence. Now Dasha sequence is very well marked when it comes to Pushya Paksha, unlike Lahiri, it doesn't match. However, that's a different topic altogether. Here we are more concerned about this particular formation or Yuti in the 10th house. The 10th house has got Mars. The 10th house has got Mars. It has got Ketu. Now, as you very well know, that Mars and Ketu for a female, those who know Nadi very well would immediately spot that Mars and Ketu means denial of marriage or problems in marriage, etc., etc. So this is a very common formation. However, not everybody with Mars Ketu would have problems in the marriage. So what we have to do, we have to check if this particular formation that is seen in the chart is indeed active or not in the palm. So the first thing you can see that here, this is a sharp line, and then there is a bend here. This itself shows that the Mars and Ketu are active. Okay, M plus K is very active, because Mars has got some kind of sambandha with a Vakri Graha or node in general. It shows that there is trouble in the marriage. So Mars in Nadi is husband and Ketu is problems, okay, or marriage or problems or relationships. So that's clear. So that is one part. The second part, which I generally see as far as Nadi is concerned, is that the Jupiter is in the Lagna, and you have in the 12th you have Venus. Okay, you have 12th Venus. So when Venus is 12th to Jupiter, again it may show problems in the married life or family life, some kind of tragedy in the family or in the family life. Or if it is a male palm, it can show trouble from females, or it can show family problems. See, so basically 212 relationship between Jupiter and Venus can be troublesome. Okay, this is as per Nadi. This is as per Nadi, nothing new. Many people know this. Now, coming to the third point, we will go into the palm now quickly, and then again try to relate what's going on here. Let's look at the palm first. The first thing that I see here is a very strong sthai Shani Rekha. This will mitigate or reduce all the other problems that this Shani Rekha in her palm has. Her Shani Rekha is not very well marked. You can see that it is like that. It is not well marked. It is having problems. So luckily for her, this part solves many of the defects of the Shani Rekha. Okay, that means she can expect to get some job or some profession going her way, even though there will be a lot of problems. That's one thing for sure. The other part which one has to see here is that the Surya, the sun mount has got mole till. Okay, this is not favorable. I'm sure you must have seen videos about it. It's not favorable. We'll analyze why it is not favorable in terms of astrology also. If you can see, the sun line is also having trouble. Please watch my sunline videos and you will see how clearly this actually matches. You understand? Like, see, it's very very easy to get things, to predict things if you know the sun mount very well. So two things: the Saturn line, the permanent Saturn line is strong, and some of the palmist also use this V formation, which is also Vishnu symbol, which is Shubha. Yes, it is Shubha. So at least the sun mount has got Shubha Rekha. Although there are other issues with that we can do later analysis. The sun mount has got a straight sun line, however it has got problems. I have explained this in my sun video. The mercury line is sharp, but there is a bend here. This shows second marriage, but this line would of course show that the person is sharp. The other thing which is important is this part of the headline. You can see the ending is sharp here. That means the person is indeed having a strong IQ, sharp thinking. However, this part is blunt, and that is not good. So there are two things always in two minds, about things. One part is going smooth or may go smooth after a particular time period, but the other part will always keep pulling her back. So there will be issues on that front always, right? So this is how the palm is seen. There are few more things here. You can see that here the Venus is combust. It is in 12th. It is combust, though 12th Venus is not considered very bad, because in the natural Kalpursh Kundali, 12th sign is Pisces and 12th Rashi is Pisces, and Venus is exalted in Pisces. So therefore 12th Venus is not considered very bad. It will give her properties. I can see that here in this part. You can see that, but we will come to that in a minute. See, the thing is, the Venus here is combust. Why is Venus so important? Let me just go into the astrology part first. The Venus is important here because Venus owns the 5th house, Venus owns the 10th house. Therefore, it is owning a Trikona and a Kendra, and hence it is a Yoga Karak. So the Venus becomes a very important graha in her chart. Any affliction or any problems in this can spell doom, and that's exactly what is happening here. Partially it will give good results, partially it will destroy her. So if you look at it, it's combust, but it is not powerless. It's in 12th, but it's not powerless. It is in fact giving some good results, because this part of the lifeline suggests that the Venus is afflicted. However, this part of the lifeline suggests that Venus has gained strength. The other way of looking at it is these lines that are these lines that join the lifeline. You can see that there are a lot of lines that join the lifeline. This also gives strength to the Venus, though at this part the Venus shows that there is burning effect of sun, isn't it? So that those who know astropalmistry would know that there is indeed a burning effect. But you see, you have to look at the chart in a holistic manner. Just don't look at one part and then start concluding. So we have given a whole array of possibilities where the Venus, although it is afflicted, but will certainly give good results. Now, what are those good results? The good results would surely be progeny. Progeny, though it is afflicted by sun, she has a son. However, because it is combust and there are issues here, therefore the progeny is going to go through a hard time, and that is partly true because of the married life. The son has to face a lot of problem. Second thing is that because these are urdhva rekha, she is going to get properties or opportunities or some strengthening on the financial part later in her life, not in the initial part. Later in her life she will get prosperity. Let us go again into the nadi concept, where if you look at the Jupiter here, 1 2 3, see, in fact 1 2 3, the 4 houses of Jupiter are empty, or they have a node. Node means Rahu or Ketu. If this happens, then the person feels that there is something missing in his life. There is some lacuna, there is something lacking in his life always, even though he might have tremendous wealth or he might have everything that a materialistic life gives, but there would be some kind of lack. He will feel like neglected, or he will feel some kind of emptiness in his life. This is as per nadi. So the houses that are after Jupiter are very important. The 4 houses, in fact, are very, very important. If you look at it in from terms of Parashri, the 4th house is mental peace. It's 4th house gives mental peace, means there will be Graha Saukyam, that means Sukhasthan. Rahu there is going to destroy it. Now, if you remember, I told you that there is a mole here on the sun mount. The Rahu has got a drishti on the 12th house because of the 5th drishti or 5th aspect, or whatever you want to call it. Rahu can, or the trinal aspect, the Rahu can watch all these graha. So Mercury, Venus getting watched by Rahu will not harm this female. However, Rahu Surya will certainly harm her in this palm, and it can be validated from this. So you see how useful astropalmistry is. You can check which part of that particular yuti is getting afflicted or which is getting damaged. So here the Rahu Sun is actually playing spoil sport. So that is important, right? So this is about the palm overall. We will go slightly deeper into the year predictions one by one. So for that, I have to go to the other part. See this. This is the palm where I have marked the timing. You can see that. This is the 35th year. From the 35th year I have marked. Okay, this is where we are. I think I'll use this. Just a moment. Okay, now this is the 35th year. Then you have 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. I told her that up to 40 she will have tough time. Her life will not be good. There will be tensions, there will be problems, and by 40 she will get out of the second marriage. which is probably 2026 around, or before that also. But by the age of 40 she will completely be out of the marriage, once and for all. Okay, that is for sure. Now you can see that I'll just enlarge this. So at 40 you can see that she will come out of the marriage successfully. But at 42, because there is this line that comes and ends, and at 42 you have a new beginning, therefore there will be changes in her work. That means there will be changes in the profession, or there will be changes in the job, nature of the job, or something will change, because there is another progress line that finishes at 43, 43 and a half. Problems in the work will begin from here. Okay, so from 43 and a half precisely to 45 there will be tremendous problems in her work. 46 will go as usual, but at 46 she will start thinking of ultimately moving out or shifting, either 46 and a half or 46, we don't know. The thought process will start at 46, and 46 and a half she'll start implementing it. By 47 she'll start cementing it and then start moving, okay, or starting to take the initiative. However, at 47, though she has now started initiating the process of changing or shifting to a new environment, either in terms of work or in terms of life, but at 47 and 47 and a half there will be a serious issue, health issue, either to the self, that is to her, or to one of the close family members, or someone very close to her, in short. Okay, but this 47 or 46 and a half, 47 journey which she started to change, like change her life, change her environment, will completely finish by 50, and by 50 plus, which is 2036, her life will start to smoothen out. Life will start to smoothen out. Okay, that is for sure. Therefore, what will happen is, from 50 plus, her life will take a turn for the good. But before that, problems will be there. Now, why am I writing all these dates and everything? From 2017, her Shani Mahadasha is active. From 2017, her Shani Mahadasha is active. The Shani Mahadasha ends at 2036. Now, this is strictly as per Pushya Paksha Ayanamsha. Now, look at the way it beautifully coincides with the palm. And that's why this is not the first time I have seen this comparison. I have not compared this first time. This has been seen in more than 100 200 palms, where Pushya Paksha Ayanamsha based dasha sequence works so precisely. Unlike the Lahiri true Ayanamsha, it simply doesn't work, and that's why you say the predictions are not true, the predictions are not accurate. I think astrologers need to work on this part, frankly. Try to see why your predictions are not matching. I'm not saying I'm accurate, but I'm just trying to see, I found this correlation kind of working when it comes to Pushya Paksha Ayanamsha. So with mean nodes, remember, mean nodes are very important. So coming to this, I think I probably must have forgotten to say some stuff about the Venus mount in this. The Venus is combust, but if you remember, I told you that the Venus has got stronger, Venus has got strength later on, because it is in the 12th house. Venus is in the 12th house in this chart. Therefore, Venus has got strength in the second part of the journey. The Venus has become stronger in the second part of her life. The first part was not good at all. Therefore, the affliction to Venus due to the sun and combustion, and in the 12th, etc., being a yoga karaka, has probably affected the first half of her life up to 50. But beyond 50, the life is getting smoother. She's going to get support. She's going to get properties. She's going to get wealth. So that is for sure. After 50 she will get properties, she will get support, she will get wealth. Although life, there will always be something lacking in her life, as I mentioned, because the Jupiter has got nothing in the first four houses except the fact that it has a node or a malefic Rahu in the fourth. So this is the palm analysis of this female. Likewise, there are many palms which I have already analyzed, and I will start putting the videos as and when I get time. So thanks for watching. Do subscribe to my channel and try to share this video to those who like to learn astro palmistry. Of course, this palm has lot of other stuff which I cannot cover it in this video, but I've tried basically whatever predictions I could do. I have tried to give year to year predictions. This is something which I want to do, and I have compared it with the predictions have to be compared with the other lines as well, and the mounts. The mounts also need to be timed. You have to come up, you can't just rely on one part of the prediction here. You have to correspondingly check what is on this, what is on this, what's happening here. This is a very crucial point. This is a very crucial area. This is the area of Scorpio, or the 8th house, the worst house, or the worst house, or wherever all the vigna or the problems start is the 8th house, and this is where you have to focus a lot. However, all these things I have not been able to do in this. As we go into different palms, we'll see how things can be explained. So thanks for watching, and this was a video that aimed at showing you the way, if a planet is combust, let's say Venus is combust here, but how it gains strength. Then the combination which I marked here in red, Mars and Ketu, when is it active? Even though it is in the chart, in many palms it is not active, therefore the problems may be different, of different nature, not necessarily married life. Okay. Second thing is Rahu as trinal aspect on Sun is active here, isn't it? So how can we validate it? One of the ways of validating it is the mole. Don't say that if there is a mole it will always be Rahu and Sun. No, not necessarily. In this case we have to always compare the chart. Now the Saturn is in the 11th house. It's strong, it is stronger compared to the what we feel here in terms of the fate line. The fate line is not really strong. However, as I told you, one Sthai Rekha can make a big difference. It can cover up a lot of other problems, right? So this is about the palm analysis. Thank you very much.